Spooky! Hey guys, man, it's 9132 and I'm the Robot Wars Guru. Halloween! The best day of the year in my opinion. Parties, dressing up in costumes, eating your weight in sweets and getting drunk and waking up semi-nude in the dumpster behind Little Chef. Won't be happening this year because of COVID-19. I will end you 2020 when I get my hands on you, you utter waste of a fucking year! Still, despite that little snafu, we can still enjoy the spooky season in the best way possible, by talking about some spooky robots. One of the best things about robot combat is seeing just what can be created when a roboteer or team use their imagination. Sometimes we get crap like this, other times we get beautiful robots with lots of love and care put into them, with many showing a scary side due to the show being about robotic genocide. And I thought it would be fun to list my top 10 favourite spooky robots in Robot Wars history. Please note I'm basing this list entirely on looks, so don't expect robots to be high on the list because they are multi-time semi-finalists or whatever. This also means that I'm not saying a certain robot is better than another certain robot as a whole, but just as a spooky robot. So grab a snack, dim the lights, and get a blanket as I go over my top 10 favourite spooky robots. Number 10. Grim Reaper. The Series 7 version in particular. Yes, the Series 3 version has a more traditional spooky look with its black paint job and evil skull, but there are two major flaws with it. One, it's ugly as hell, and two, it's very generic. It's as if someone just bolted some random crap together and painted a skull on it. The Series 7 version meanwhile not only looked a lot sleeker and had a much more appealing design, but was painted in a gorgeous neon green, the same green BattleBots middleweight Mobius was painted, and skulls, which looked much nicer. Number 9. Beast of Bodmin. Yes, I have to admit there is a hint of personal bias here, as Beast of Bodmin was the first ever Heat winner I saw back when I was 6 years old. Personal bias aside though, this is a fantastic spooky robot. Not only is it big and menacing, but it also has some awesome yellow spines and the pièce de résistance, winking, blinking eyes. Look at them, they are awesome. Say what you want about Beast of Bodmin, but you can't deny it looks really cool, and the fact it's based on a mythological creature just adds to the spook levels. Number 8. The Bat. Remember when Frenzy beat the ever-loving piss out of Detonator? Rarer from ESC sure does, Rafflecopter! Who would have thought that the yellow flying saucer with anger management issues would be a predecessor to easily the best looking robot in all of the US Robot Wars? The Bat had a perfect blend of personality and capability with its awesome self-righting wings and its deadly vertical spinner. Its bat wings were even capable of flexing, meaning they had an almost realistic movement about them, which gets them tons of originality points from me. Number 7. Gravedigger. If I was basing this solely on the Series 3 version, it wouldn't be on the list. Sure, its front hinge flipper was awesome and I liked the coffin look, but it was a bit bland. Thankfully, however, they repainted the robot for Series 4 and 5. The generic brown paint job had been replaced with a gorgeous nighttime landscape equipped with a gravestone, a laughing moon and a cackling Grim Reaper. Weapons operator and robot artist Owen Ramsey may have never spoken a word on telly, but he did more than enough talking with his gorgeous artwork. Number 6. Undertaker. Yes, I know, I just said that Gravedigger's coffin look was a bit basic, so why am I putting Undertaker, another coffin themed robot, above it? Because they took that gimmick and went above and beyond with it. They didn't just paint it brown, they gave it a wood effect finish, put coffin handles on the side, gave it a scythe for an axe, and even put a wreath on top of the robot to tie the whole lot together. It's a visual masterpiece that sadly lost way too early. Number 5. Black Widow. And no, not that god-awful piece of crap from the US Robot Wars, but the god-awful Walker from Series 5. Yes, it was a dud of a robot, but hell, it really looked the part. I'll always give my respect to Walkers, after all, they must be an arseache to get going, but I'll give even more credit to Walkers that look like something, in particular, something spooky. I'll admit, I'm not scared of spiders myself, but much like a witch, the spider is a staple of Halloween spooks. Black Widow looked big and menacing and awesome with its glowing red eyes, gigantic legs and webbed decals. And it was way better than its Series 7 successor Killer Cat in every possible way. Number 4. The Witch. In Series 2, the wizard looked okay. It was fine. However, despite being based on a wizard hat, it didn't quite have the oomph that its successor, the Witch, had. Not only was the Witch a lot bigger, but now it was equipped with an awesome looking axe designed to look like a broomstick. There was more character involved too, with spiderweb decals encasing the robot and even a slight bend in the hat. Not only was the Witch even better looking than the wizard, but it was themed around the classic Halloween monster, and I love it. Number 3. Alien Destructor. This is how you make a box pusher look interesting. Not only does this robot mirror a scene from Cannibal Holocaust by featuring a woman's head with a rod sticking out of her mouth, but it also has a ridiculously long metallic scorpion tail and a double-sided design, showing a skeletal woman's back on one side and an actual skeleton on the other. What sets us apart from some of the others is the not so cartoony look of it. Great detail went into the bodywork to make it look very artsy and a bit realistic. It looks like something out of a dystopian nightmare and it's fantastic. Number 2. Banshee. Haha! Thought this was going to be number 1, did you? Bow before me as I prove you wrong. Seriously though, I did very nearly put this at number 1, but it narrowly got beaten. Still, as far as spooky robots go, this is easily one of the best ever. The grotesque face made from clay, the glowing eyes, the horns, the boobs. Yes, boobs, come on! How can you not consider this one of the best looking robots ever made? Yes, it was rubbish and it is only remembered for all the wrong reasons, but as far as originality, looks and spookiness are concerned, it's an all-time great. Number 1. The Creature. Many people forget the Creature was a thing, which I always found quite odd. It got one round further than its predecessor, Tun Trun, and was one of Gemini's first victims, yet everyone remembers Tun Trun despite it losing after one axe hit from Trident. Why isn't Tun Trun number 1? Well, let's be honest here, it's not so much scary as it is a bunch of fire with some faces and fish in it. Sure, it's a visual masterpiece, but I don't look at it and think spooky. When it comes to the Creature, meanwhile, I very much do. Based on the Creature from the Black Lagoon, this robot just oozed spookiness. It looked absolutely beautiful, yet grotesque with its menacing face, green skin, and gruesome design. The fact that it took the team less than 3 hours to sculpture this thing is a bloody impressive, considering it came out looking as good as it did. And again, yes, the robot was crap, but as far as pushing the bar out there and trying to be original, it really does hit the nail on the head. I would much rather see 10 of these than 1 of these. It's that simple. And that's it for this list and this video. Do you agree with me? What are some of your favourite spooky robots? Let me know in the comments below. I'm Anderson9132, the Robot Wars Guru. Happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time.